The TSA agents said they're not only worried about making sure they can pay their rent, but they're also worried they're going to have to quit their job and forfeit a pension they've worked for years. But the good news here today, this airport fully staffed and running with TSA agents making sure travelers can get where they need to go and do that safely despite not getting their paychecks today.
What do we want? When do we want it? Yeah!
Dozens of TSA officers working without pay to keep Atlanta's busy Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport running are pleading for lawmakers to end the government shutdown.
We committed to the job of securing the traveling public. We took an oath, and we're asking them to do their job and pay us timely, as they are getting paid as well.
Employees say this is going beyond a missed paycheck.
All leave has been canceled for these officers, so if they had trips and things like that planned, that leave has been canceled.
Travelers are worried too.
People are going to start being affected in this thing. We're here at the busiest airport in the world. TSA folks are stressed, overworked, not getting paid.
TSA workers say they hope this demonstration, along with so many others going on around the country, sparks action by the government before safety is impacted.
Been an officer for 10 years with the federal government, and it's sad that it has come to this point where my tenure, my pension, and all these things could become jeopardized because I don't have a paycheck and now I have to seek employment elsewhere.
The TSA union president we spoke with says there have been a few workers who have been forced to quit their jobs already. She's hoping not many more will have to do that, but the TSA agents we spoke with say they're still planning to come to work and make sure our airport is safe. They're just taking it one day at a time. I'm Alexa Liacco for Good Day Atlanta.
Well, volunteers with the Chattahoochee Parks Conservancy are working to keep trash from piling up along the Chattahoochee River. Federal parkland is maintained by the National Park Service, which is, of course, furloughed right now because of the shutdown.
They're not here.
They're not allowed. I mean, even if they wanted to come out, they're prohibited from coming out during this situation.
Well, Conservancy volunteers have done several cleanups since the shutdown and say they'll continue to help out until the government reopens. Time is 9:03 now on this Friday. If you haven't gone outside just yet, feels like winter. Yeah. Bottom line, it feels like winter. And meteorologist Joanne Feldman is here to tell us a little bit more about that.
Because it didn't earlier this week.
True. And it didn't. It's here, though.
It is here.
It's here.
But it's normal. So
yeah.
Today
and better than yesterday. Feels better.
I know. Yeah, and that is all because of the wind or actually the lack of it. So we'll take it. Take a look at what it all means because the wind chill is not the issue that it was yesterday morning, but it's cold enough without it. Let's take a look at what's going to happen next, though, because today stays sunny and dry. It'll be a nice January afternoon, but we've got a big weather system that is going to impact part of the weekend, not the entire weekend. At this rate, Saturday morning is dry. Now, we'll probably already have overcast skies by the time the sun is coming up, so it might not look too pretty the first half of the day, but any rain or any potential for a wintry mix is going to hold off until pretty late in the day. So we'll start seeing showers develop over North Georgia in the late afternoon, and this bigger wave of rain is going to sweep through tomorrow night. We've been monitoring all week long any possibility of a wintry mix falling in the North Georgia mountains, and this is what it's reduced to right now. You see that little shade of pink right there over the higher elevations of the mountains? That's indicating near and just after sunset. Got a few hours there where it can fall as maybe sleet or snowflakes mixing in with some rain and then change over to rain. Really, for the vast majority of North Georgia, this is nothing more than rain from the time it begins to the time it ends, and most of it does fall tomorrow night. It could get pretty heavy at times. So what's the difference Sunday? Well, Sunday rain is still likely, but look at how it shapes up. It's no longer that steady and heavy rain. Instead, we have overcast skies and just some spotty showers, especially in the morning, but we could even have a few hanging on into the afternoon. So both weekend days are wet, but not for the entire day. Here's a look at our current temperatures. Now that the sun has been up a while, we're seeing most numbers finally rising above freezing. We had some 20s out there for a while and dropped down to about 19 degrees in Blairsville. So we'll head to the 50s this afternoon. With no rain today and no rain early Saturday, just to give you an idea of how much we're going to get here in terms of rainfall totals for Saturday, the daylight hours, it won't be much, but these numbers rise significantly overnight going up to Sunday morning. So by that time, we're picking up on average about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rain. Do watch these numbers going through the rest of the day Sunday. They rise a little, but they don't rise much, meaning we're not going to measure a whole lot of rain during the day Sunday. Here's a look at the highs we'll expect this afternoon and just how close to average we finally are. A normal high this date is 52, and we're forecasting we'll reach 51. And tonight we'll see temperatures also near average for the lows, mainly low to mid 30s. Here's your Fox 5 Storm Team AccuWeather forecast. 45 tomorrow as the rain develops, then 49 on Sunday. We'll start to get some sunshine back on Monday, but much brighter skies and slightly milder temperatures. Still cool, though, will be in place for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Elise?
Hey, milder is better.
I know, 56 sounds pretty good, right?
It does, Joanne. Thank you. Time is 9:06 now. Let's get you caught up on the morning's headlines from Good Day Atlanta. Sharon Lawson. Sharon, good morning.
Good morning, Elise. We're going to start off with a story that galvanized the nation. The Wisconsin teenager who had been missing for nearly 3 months has been found alive. 13-year-old JAYME vanished back in October after her parents were found murdered inside their home. Her disappearance sparked a widespread search with hundreds of volunteers. Thursday, police found the teen a little more than an hour away from her house. Police tell us they do have someone in custody. Investigators will be providing more details at a press conference later this morning. We'll bring that to you. The search is on for the killer of a woman whose body was found in a parking lot. 31-year-old Shannon Welch's body was found Thursday at the Northwest Atlanta intersection of Donnelly Hollowell and Eugenia Place. People in the area say Welch goes by the name of Brittany. Police say she had signs of trauma to her head, but they don't know who killed her and why.
We are going to be very vigilant. We are going to continue to look out for each other. If we see people that maybe we don't know, we are going to be a little bit more mindful.
I hope they get whoever did it. I really do. I really do.
Those living and working in the neighborhood say they won't rest easy until Welch's killer is behind bars. Well, for the first time, the American Psychological Association has issued a warning against toxic masculinity, saying traditional masculinity can limit male psychological development, restrain behavior, and result in gender role conflict. Toxic masculinity is described as power aggression and dominance. Experts say those men are more likely to bully, sexually harass, and commit acts of violence against others and themselves. Elise didn't know that. That's quite interesting, right?
It really is. Wow. Findings there. All right, Sharon, thank you. We'll see you in just a little bit. Time is 9:08 now. In alert, Milwaukee bus driver rescued a child found wandering barefoot in frigid temperatures. And really, security video there shows the child toddling down an overpass. Fox's Christina Van Zels has the story.
MCTS bus driver Irena Ivich was going about her normal workday. That's until she spotted something shocking alongside her bus.
Oh my God, I was so upset.
Video captures a little girl, not even a year old, running on the sidewalk near 4th and Mitchell in Milwaukee in below freezing temperatures.
Baby was so scared and cried.
She was barefoot, crying, and wearing only a diaper and a onesie. Ivich instantly stopped her bus, ran out, and picked up the baby.
Oh my God.
Still in shock of what just happened.
I'm shaking. Oh, I am too.
But it wasn't just Ivich who helps the baby. A passenger offered up her jacket to keep her warm.
And I forgot to take my jacket. And one good woman from back, my passengers, did that.
Ivich, who is also a mother, cradled the baby to sleep until police arrived. The baby's father thinks his wife, who is mentally ill, took their daughter to a church across the freeway and forgot about her.
Police say, "Is your baby?" I say, "Yeah." I say, "Police officer, thank you so much, sir."
But it's thanks to Ivich the little girl is back with her dad today. So MCTS honored her to simply say thank you.
Quick action by her, and that was Fox's Christina Van Zels reporting there. Time is 9:09 now. Coming up on Good Day Atlanta, we're heading into the kitchen to make a dish called Asian Delight with the chefs behind the new Atlanta restaurant called Lazy Betty. Stay with us.
Move the table that way.
All right, to the left.
Okay.
Our guests are on orange and red. Would you give a quick mic check, please?
Mic check.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Count to 5.
Count 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ronald McDonald. Is it working?
Got you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ron.
All right, thank you. Got you.
We can mention this is a family affair for you as far as the little restaurant business.
Yep. Aaron's our adopted brother. We can,
okay.
Yeah.
And he's not disputing that, so.
It's been a long time in the making.
Okay.
So we've been
cool.
friends for a long
Cool.
time. So.
We'll talk about that,
right,
where the
great.
name came from, you know, what the concept is.
Their family's been very nice to me.
Okay.
Love that.
Sounds good.
I love that. And then, of course, you know, put this together as much as we can.
Sure. Sounds good.
So, and then we'll mention, when does it open?
We're hoping it opens in about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. So you're just about there.
We're right at the finish line.
Welcome back to Good Day Atlanta. Your time is 9:12, and he's an Atlanta native who recently competed on the new Netflix cooking series, The Final Table. Chef Ron Sue is opening a new restaurant in Atlanta with Aaron Phillips, and they're here to talk about Lazy Betty. That's the name of it. And they're also cooking up a dish called Asian Delight. So, gentlemen, welcome to Good Day.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, glad to have you here with us. So this smells amazing. We're going to get to this in just a second. But first, I want to talk about how the restaurant business, especially for you, I mean, this is a family affair.
It is. It is. We even have an adopted brother here with Aaron. But
That's so cool.
I grew up in the restaurant industry. My mom came over in the late 50s, and then eventually migrated or moved from San Fran to Atlanta and opened up a Chinese restaurant. And I was literally born into a Chinese restaurant. Growing up, working, and my brother and sister had the same thing. So and it just kind of carried over into our adult life.
It's in your blood.
That's right. That's
it's
right.
in your blood.
Yes.
Okay, so the name of this restaurant, obviously, it's an attention getter, Lazy Betty.
Yep.
Where did this come from?
So my mom's name is Betty, and she's ironically probably the hardest working lady I know.
So not lazy at all.
Not lazy at all. But you know, one day I took a red eye home from New York, and it was maybe 3 in the morning, and I went into the house, and my mom was passed out, maybe even had a little drool coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
She was in the middle of folding laundry, and my sister, who picked me up, goes, "Look, there's our mom." And I was like, "Yeah, she looks super lazy," you know. And we were like, "There's Lazy Betty," and we just kind of ran with it from there. And we were like, you know, it's a catchy name. Let's put it onto our restaurant.
It is catchy. It is catchy. And Aaron, you mentioned this has been a long time in the making. This is something that y'all have been working on for years.
Yeah. So. Me and Ron worked together for a long time, and in New York City, he was a sous chef at Le Bernardin, and my first day there as a stage, actually, he was like, "Hey, do you want to go to Koreatown and get some food after work?" And I was like, "All right, I guess I got the job, so let's do it." And we were doing pop-ups in New York ever since, and so when he decided to come down here, I was like, "Well, why didn't you ask me?" And he was like, "I didn't think you'd go." I said, "You didn't ask."
Okay.
And then here we are.
There you go. So proven teamwork.
That's right.
Years
Absolutely.
of doing this.
Yep.
Okay, let's get started on this dish. What exactly is Asian Delight?
So Asian Delight is something, you know, when Aaron and I were working at Le Bernardin together, the staff was very hungry, and they were like, "Ronald, put something together really quick." So I was like, "All right, well, we have these ingredients laying around." So, you know, it's basically like a flavored rice pilaf. Here we have some onions going on, some garlic, some ginger, and we actually, you know, the secret ingredient here is to cook it in a little animal fat. And here we have duck fat, which goes really good with Chinese sausage.
Okay.
So kind of toasting all of this off. And you really want to not caramelize, but sweat it so that the aromatics don't get any color, and you have a nice gentle onion, garlic, and ginger flavor, and you get that going. Then you can also add your spices here. We have some cinnamon and some star anise. We'll add this into the fat as well, and kind of toast it off. And then in the pot right here, we have some chicken stock. So that'll give it a nice meaty flavor as well. Here's a Chinese sausage. You can find this in any Asian supermarket. You can even get it off Amazon if you want. This one's actually flown in from Taiwan. So, you know,
it's putting off the best smells. Everything just working together.
Right, super aromatic, and then once you hit it with these spices and this sausage, it like just brings it all together. Yep.
Aaron, what are you working on down there?
Oh, we're gonna get an egg cooking here.
Okay, I see. I was gonna say, I see at the top of that. That's what it's topped with. So got the egg going. I love how this is just made with ingredients that you said you kind of have on hand, or some variation of it, right?
Yep. Well, yeah. This is yep. That's right. None of the ingredients are very exotic, except for maybe the Chinese sausage. But it's not too hard to find. But the best thing about this is you can eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And we are going to do a version of this at our restaurant.
Nice.
Not exactly like this. We're going to doll it up a little bit more. But this is the inspiration of it. So I've been working on variations of this dish ever since we were at Le Bernardin.
And I've tasted most of the variations.
Yeah, this is
a winner, huh?
This was actually dubbed Asian Delight, not by me, but by one of my other sous chefs at Le Bernardin before I became a sous chef.
Love that.
And he would always be like, Ron, go make your Asian Delight. And he would let me jump off the line and cook.
So it's a proven winner is what it sounds like.
It was always sad to see somebody's last day at the restaurant, but at the same time, Ron would usually make this dish as somebody's send-off. So.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when people would leave, the chef would be like, Ronald, you know, let's send them off with something good. So go bust out your Asian Delight. And
love that. This is what you would go to.
That's right. And Chef Prepare also was a fan of this dish.
I know you're still working on putting it together, but I want to hear what else is on the menu at Lazy Betty. What's the feel? What can we expect?
We're going to utilize a lot of kind of global ingredients as well as local ingredients. I was born in the South, but I'm Chinese. I've worked all across the world in Japan or in France. So I use a lot of global ingredients and I pair them down with my Southern upbringing. So, you know, we'll have like a biscuit on the menu. We'll, you know, doing this dish is kind of like an Asian inspired in terms of flavor profile, but it's really kind of like a rice pilaf. So, so my style is very, very eclectic. And kind of, I don't want to use the word fusion, but it kind of is fusion at the end of the day.
So a little bit of everything is what it sounds like. Something for everyone.
Yep. We're going to do a tasting menu. We'll have a vegetarian tasting menu. We'll have our standard tasting menu, and then more elaborate chef's tasting menu at our counter, as well as an a la carte menu too. So, you know, we're going to have a little bit for everyone to enjoy.
So we're just about out of time. I got to ask you one more question though. What was it like being on the Netflix show and getting to, you know, experience?
It was really fun. Do not share your password with people, by the way.
Not a fan of that, huh?
Yeah, I'm not, you know, vouching for that.
Right.
But it was really exciting, and just the level of talent was great, and meeting everyone was a great experience.
Yeah, so cool. You got to be a part of the final table there on Netflix. So the restaurant opening soon?
Yep, very soon.
Okay, so we have a lot to look forward to. We wish you, of course, the very, very best, and we're looking forward to getting to try this finished product right here, Asian Delight. And if you're interested in getting this recipe or learning more about Lazy Betty, you can go to fox5atlanta.com and look for the viewer information story. Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure to meet you. We
nice
appreciate it. Let's get you caught up on the forecast now. We're going to send it over to Joanne. I can smell it over here. I bet you can even smell it over there.
It smells good. Very tempting from over here in the storm center.